Hello everybody, I have just cleansed the space. My name is Negustita and we'll be getting into the messages that you need to hear today. So, I'm about to shuffle and I'm standing up right now, so pulling cards is going to be a bit of a pain, but for my TikTok videos, this is just the way I like to set them up, and also Instagram, because I am planning on posting this on Instagram. But I actually prefer longer readings, and my readings are known to be approximately 100% accurate. So, if you find this video on your For You page, chances are there are messages here for you. And you may even find more messages meant for you on my YouTube channel, which will be, the name of it will be posted with a link, and I don't think the link is accessible in the comment section, but you can take a screenshot and then, type that in to Google or something, or you could just, go to the link. There's a link in bio to my YouTube channel called Portal of Light. So just thought to let you guys know, if you didn't know, I do make longer formatted videos, pick a cards, collective readings, and if you found my channel, or if you found, this on your For You page, or, wherever you are, right, whatever site you're on and you find this video, trust that maybe there are some messages here for you, and consider subscribing and liking, commenting, and all that would be much appreciated. So, Spirit, for the collective, what are the messages that they need to hear? Ooh. Okay, so the Judgment card is just so funny, because I saw this at the bottom of the deck and it was in the same exact position. So this Judgment card, when I looked at the Four of Wands here, I am strongly feeling a message, and this message comes up a lot, so it's not too surprising. But gosh, this is such a complicated situation that you have here with this King of Cups. There's a King of Cups here that you may still desire, or that this King of Cups may desire you. And it seems like this previous partner, this is somebody who could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This individual could also just exhibit very emotionally manipulative behavior, so they could be an Aquarius. Not saying that Aquariuses are exclusively manipulative or whatever, but I am getting here that this is somebody who has a tendency to use emotions to affect your mind, and especially in how you perceive them. That's what I'm feeling with this Four of Wands. There is something about relationships, there's something about connection. Marriage could have been a conversation you had with this individual, and you may still be feeling the holdover with that. But for some of you, and I think the majority of you, have already left this individual, and as a result, they feel as though they missed something with you. They feel as though they missed something important with you, like there was a higher calling. Now, for those of you who are still in this relationship, the message is different. The message here is you are most likely the person who feels like you're missing out on your life. You made a bad judgment call by choosing to stick with this person if you are still together. But let's see what else will come out. Okay, so we get the Hermit card. Now, I do feel like for those of you watching on TikTok, I say TikTok, even though this will also be posted on Instagram, but I just feel like I have a bigger following on TikTok, so I do feel like this message is more for those who are watching on TikTok. But this is about, you entering a hermit mode, or you're on the verge of entering a hermit mode. You're in an energy where you're not really it's as though Spirit isn't really allowing you to see the full picture. Do you see how it's like, well, traditionally, this card would be an image of a person walking through the dark with a lantern, and the dark is unrevealing. We don't know what exists beyond what this light, which is also a star. Okay, this light, but we can't see what is beyond the light's view, right? Like what it illuminates for us is all we can see, and that's almost by design. It's intentional. You're not really meant to look with external to you. You are meant to look within to find your answers, to find out what you should do with this situation, how you should proceed forward with this individual. I do feel like, you know, their energy flip-flops between King of Swords and King of Pentacles. So this person, you know, emotionally manipulates you. And I also, well, you know, they may have a tendency, I'm not going to presume how your situation is with this person. I don't know what you've been through. And remember, this is just a video, right, that you find on your For You page. Only take the messages if they do resonate. But if you have suspected for a while that this person could be emotionally manipulating you, i.e., like, meaning when you guys are together, they say and do things that make you think you are loved and being taken care of. But then when you're apart, you start to get very anxious for some reason, like something is wrong, you know. But then when you're together, they reassure you. Also, I just saw 555. That's about the third time today I've seen 555. So thought to mention that for you guys. Okay, and then with this King of Pentacles, I really truly feel as though this individual, this person also creates another illusion, especially in regards to finances. So this person can say things like, I'm going to take care of you one day, I'm going to provide for you. This person may also put you in situations where you actually give more to them than they actually give to you, but they convince you the little that they do give makes up for all that, right? So this could be someone who, if you have, I hope not, but if you have like joint accounts, this could be someone who spends more of the money, okay, but then they'll buy you gifts with the money they spent. And it's kind of meant to make you feel as though you've been provided for. This person loves you. They do everything. They check all the boxes. You can't complain, basically, when they don't always act correctly around you, or when they do things that you don't like, because chances are this person probably does things you don't like, and you don't tell anybody that they do things that you don't like because you don't want to acknowledge the fact that you're being mistreated. So with this Hierophant, or yeah, not Hierophant, sorry, the Hermit card, I do really feel like for you guys, you're entering this zone. You're entering this energy of looking within, soul searching. There's a lot about self-reliance at this time, because maybe you have some codependent issues that you need to work through. And this is the time, God-ordained time, you know, to do that, to go within, to look within. All right, you guys. This is going to be my final card, then I'm going to switch to the Oracle. So then we get the Empress card here in reverse. Now, there's a couple ways I can interpret this. This could be, you know, the viewer. You could be in this like dark Empress energy, but to be honest, that's not quite what I'm feeling. I feel like this Empress card is meant to represent the potential in the connection. And I think this is what you are soul searching. This is what you're finding and trying to release, because this also manifests as a creative block. Like you're not as able to work, not as able to be creative. Okay. Now there's two other cards that are calling me in the deck, and basically I'm not going to be able to finish this video and upload everything. So basically, like, what I'm going to do, since I'm over the time limit I was mentally estimating, I'm going to continue recording. I'm just going to upload this video to YouTube because there's more messages than I was expecting. And I don't want to cut the message short. So I'm just going to continue to speak. And from this point on, if the messages do resonate with you so far, consider moving over to YouTube. Okay. And those of you who are like watching off of YouTube and stuff, I appreciate you. I love you. Those who are watching off any content or any site, I appreciate and love you regardless. But anyways, so you guys, sorry, we're going back to the messages here. So backtracking to this Empress card, you know, with her energy, with the Empress's energy, I do feel like I said, you guys are experiencing a bit of a creative block. Like, you know, it's becoming harder and harder for you to concentrate, maybe to get work done, to start, especially anything creative related. You know, that's kind of what I'm feeling for you guys. Like, it's becoming difficult. And it's becoming difficult because now your intention, you know, it's like your soul is driving you somewhere else. Like you're being led elsewhere, outside of you, from you're being led away from the things outside of you, and you're kind of coming back to yourself, and that's the reason why you can't focus on anything else. Okay, and it's the intention here is to get healing. We have the Star card and we have the Page of Wands. The intention at this time, the reason why things are like this for you, is because Spirit wants you to heal from whatever past wounds were triggered as a result of this connection, or past connection with this individual, as a result of the pain that was stored up from childhood, that you, or you know, from your past life, whatever you're healing. That's one of the reasons why you're in this energy. And then another reason is to kind of regain a better sense of yourself. I do also feel like this individual, this Emperor card in reverse, this person, I think, is also experiencing a creative block at this time as well, especially because they may have some energy vampire tendencies, and especially if you guys are in a separation, or you're no longer in communication with this person, or you just straight up don't exchange energy no more. They're feeling it as well, and that was another message I felt compelled to relay. So this is all going back to the Temperance card. So for you guys, you're really learning balance, internal balance. All right. Sometimes, you know, Spirit guides us into connections where we're mistreated, or we're around someone who's like a false twin flame, or a soulmate connection that's unhealthy, which isn't, in my opinion, I don't think an authentic soulmate connection. It can still be powerful and life-changing. It may have been the exact thing you need, but I associate soulmate connections with the higher power, with God. And I also feel as though soulmate connections shouldn't be toxic in any way, really. I feel like if it's something, even if you guys have to split apart, right? Like, I don't think it should be toxic. No one should really be experiencing like abuse, or, you know, feeling manipulated either, because an authentic soul connection, it does not require things like low vibrational energy such as manipulation to function and to continue. But that's a personal opinion, a personal spiritual belief. You are more than welcome to believe something else as well. So back to this Temperance card. I do feel like all of this is happening so that the viewer watching can gain internal peace. All right, because this is heaven. And heaven does exist on earth. Heaven is you, but it can also be hell if you so choose it. And this is an opportunity, I feel like, for the collective to really do some soul searching. Okay, you guys? I'm gonna revisit some of these cards again, right? So this is the spread. We have the Judgment card here in reverse, the Hierophant. We also have the Empress and the Star card, who is naked, so I can't really show you the full image, but Star card and the Page of Wands. Now, I think where it is you were meant to kind of finish this arc of your life, all right, is to be here. With this Temperance energy and this Page of Wands energy, it seems like whomever is watching, I feel as though you are a very, I want to say, a mature individual, or someone who's been kind of pushed to grow up a little bit sooner than maybe, you know, was supposed to be, right? Supposed to, or what would align best for you, because everybody takes their time growing up, and we are meant to make mistakes, and we are meant to live in the moment and just enjoy life day by day, which, you know, could be seen as a childish thing. But I do feel like for the people watching here, it's almost like you were robbed of a childhood. That's what I'm getting from the energy. It's almost like you didn't really have the chance to follow your dreams or to dream much, especially as a child. And it feels like this whole connection happened so you would almost revert back to that state when you were a child, when you had little to no emotional control. You may have said things in this connection with this individual you didn't really mean to say, but you blurted it out anyway. And it's kind of like that inability to hold back, Page of Wands energy, that I feel like Spirit was trying to guide you into. And the purpose for that is so you could achieve something, a dream. There's a vision you have in your third eye. There's something here you've always wanted to do secretly, you know. If not, it's like this is what you're meant to discover on your journey. Okay, of course, I have no real place to tell you what you're meant to discover. You may discover something entirely different. I'm just reading the energy. Okay, and that could also be fallible. Not everything I say is always true, but I believe it's true. And so I say it, but please take what I say only if it resonates. And I keep saying that again because I don't want people to follow a path that wasn't really meant for them. But anyways, you guys. Page of Wands and the Temperance card. I do feel like you guys are meant to do some internal searching. I think that's kind of the reason why all this happened, is an opportunity for you to heal what was once presumably unhealable for you, to gain inner balance, to have inner peace, to have love in your heart, to move and walk on this earth, on this planet as a living earth angel. I do feel like for some of us, that is what we're meant to discover about ourselves. Not necessarily create, but discover. All right, there's a difference between creating art and then discovering art. Difference between creating crystals and then finding crystals. I feel like as though we were meant to find our true nature underneath the hurt and the pain. And I think that's why we were hurt in that situation where, you know, we kind of had no choice but to address it, but to address the wounds, but to heal, to do the work that we've been putting off, that we've been not wanting to focus on, so that we can gain a new perspective on life, to gain a new passion, a new thrive, a new energy, to come back reborn as almost as another individual, but somebody who is unafraid, who's bold, who's brave. Okay, you may not have much, but you have enough to make it to where you need to go. All right, pages in the tarot can be read as immature individuals, as people who need some more growing up. But for you, I feel like it's quite the opposite. I feel like for you, it's time for you to dream a little bit. It's time for you to answer that call within your heart that you have every day for something or someone, or, you know, like however that resonates to you. I do feel like for this pile watching, or for the people watching here, I feel like you guys are meant to be dreamers. You're meant to pursue your dreams. And I keep saying dreams because it's an important word. I think that it may even be a word you're a little bit afraid of because maybe you don't know what your dreams are, or maybe you're too scared to chase them. Maybe you're afraid of not getting there, but you will never get there if you don't try. And a page is never gonna stop because they think they can't get it. They're gonna stop only when they know for sure they can't get it, but they're not gonna know until they try, and they're gonna try a few times, at least multiple times, before they ever give up on something that they feel called to do, something that this wand represents passion. This wand represents everything they want or what they're trying to go after, and they're not about to drop it just because someone told them to drop it. They're going to drop it when they're ready to drop it. They're going to work on their own timeline. They're not going to be listening to other people's opinions because that just clouds what's true to their heart. So balance. I think here there's meant to be balance, and you will be the one to discover how that balance will work out for you. Or you can always book with me, right? The best way to get personalized messages that are meant for you specifically would be personal bookings. So, moving on to the Oracle. Because, honestly, this was like my favorite part. But I didn't have enough time to fit it all in one little reading. So, let's see here. Okay, so what are the messages for the group, Spirit? What are the messages for the collective? Okay, so we got a few cards here. So the first card we got is you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. This is a beautiful energy, you guys. There's this upcoming full moon. I believe it's also a lunar eclipse on the 28th of this month. In case you didn't know, I believe full moons are good for, I think, releasing. Yes, full moons are the best for releasing, but you can also manifest on a full moon, though, you know, it's not as productive. You may not accomplish your manifestations. Well, that's not true, but just what I know about manifesting. But anyways, we got full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. On the bottom of the deck as well, we got a new romantic cycle begins. Okay, so there is something to look forward to, you guys. And then we have your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. This is interesting. This is interesting. So you guys have 2 new moon cards, which, you know, is what you have 2 weeks before a full moon. There's something here about completing a cycle, all right? Or you're finally in tune with nature, with spirit. That's what I'm really getting from these cards. We also have Virgo, Libra, and Capricorn. Yeah, I was going to mention something about like Virgo being I believe it's a man-bull sign. Libra and Capricorn are both cardinal signs. So this, to me, it feels like you guys are moving away from this kind of wishy-washy, unsure, undecisive energy into a more concrete, sure of yourself type of energy. And this transition, this process, this is why you're going into your hermit mode. This is why you feel kind of isolated away from others, why you've been kind of, if you will, forced to do the work within. Also, I saw 20-11, if that was important for anybody. And I do also feel like with this transition, right, you are in tune with spirit, or you're becoming more in tune. The more you connect to yourself, the more you speak your truth, the more you're aligned with the highest good, you know, the more you just naturally flow with the rest of the universe. You will find, especially if you do manifest, your manifestations will come a lot quicker. All right, maybe it used to take you a few years to manifest a dream job or a dream car, etc., right? And now it's taking you probably like less than a few months because you're finally in alignment. And that's what this whole journey was to teach you about. This heartbreak with a past lover was a catalyst more than, you know, yes, it sucks that maybe you won't actually get to be with this person because of X, Y, and Z, right? But ultimately, that was a part of the plan, okay? It was a part of the plan. You're learning that, and I think you're finally appreciating it, valuing it, giving it space in your heart, and allowing for love to flow in. And because you're becoming more receptive, or for some of you, you know, this is where you're going, you're learning to become more receptive. It's really just a matter of time, you know. It's a matter of time. Okay, you guys. All right, that was the reading. I don't feel any other messages for the collective watching. I do hope the messages did resonate, and if so, please consider liking, following, subscribing. Yeah, I mean, like I usually try to shout out like all my socials and stuff, but if you look at the description of the YouTube video, you will find all my information if you're curious. And yeah, you know, I want to thank you again for joining me in this time and space. I've been getting a lot more like validation. I've been getting a lot of people who've been commenting, and I'm so freaking grateful. It's been nothing but like bliss. I low-key feel like I'm on ecstasy because I'm just so freaking happy. It's like, it's to the point where I have to like go hide in my room to geek out because like I don't want to like, I don't want people to know I'm happy about it, like that happy about it. Like it's happy to the point where I'm like making ugly faces. So I have to go hide in my room. But anyways, so thank you guys again. I appreciate every feedback, even if it's like, you know, just constructive. I appreciate it so much. Welcome to any of it. And yeah, I mean, that's really it. So